Picture yourself in a land and a season that feels dark and heavy, a season where the things that you have come to count on have been taken from you. Imagine the weight of what has affected you and all those that you know. When you look for hope of change in the future, there's not really anything that comes up on the horizon. And the thing that has brought you the most joy in life, your ability to worship the living God, has been compromised because you have been restricted or relocated, prohibited from your house of worship. How would you feel? What would you think? Would you feel any hope at all? The land and people of God, Israel, were in a season of consequence, a season that resulted in everything that they had come to expect and know being taken away from them. And this season of consequence did not seem like it would ever end. It was disappointing. It was depressing. But then, a glimmer of hope. A message that pointed to an end of this difficult season of consequence. A message that spoke of change, not only of the current season, but a change from the norm before that. This is the message of the prophet Isaiah to God's children, and a reminder to us too. I will be reading from a translation called The Message. It's Isaiah chapter 9, verses 2 through 7. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. For those who lived in a land of deep shadows, light, sunbursts of light. You repopulated the nation. You expanded its joy. Oh, they're so glad in your presence. Festival joy. The joy of a great celebration, sharing rich gifts and warm greetings. The abuse of the oppressors and cruelty of tyrants. All their whips and cudgels and curses is gone, done away with. A deliverance as surprising and sudden as Gideon's old victory over Midian. The boots of all those invading troops, along with their shirts soaked with innocent blood, will be piled in a heap and burned, a fire that will burn for days. For a child has been born for us, the gift of a son for us. He'll take over the running of the world. His names will be Amazing Counselor, Strong God, Eternal Father, Prince of Wholeness. His ruling authority will grow, and there will be no limits to the wholeness he brings. He'll rule from the historic David throne over that promised kingdom. He'll put that kingdom on a firm footing and keep it going with fair dealing and right living, beginning now and lasting always. The zeal of God of the angel armies will do all this. We are reminded of many things during this Christmas season, but today, let us remember this. In the midst of a world that, at times, seems bruised and broken, the light of God's love found in his Messiah has forever changed the world. We are loved and called heirs. Where there was brokenness, there is restoration. May today be a blessed reminder of God's love through the advent of Jesus. May your heart find hope in his promises. May your soul find peace in his power. Merry Christmas.